today is very much a driving day, and we've driven, what, 2 hours probably already, and we're kind of getting near to Queenstown because we've literally got to go all the way back on ourselves. We had to stop off at Lake Wakitipu because this place is amazing. Like, the water is so clear at the moment, so blue, it's just ridiculous. And behind us, it's all free camping, isn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, you can park here overnight for free right by the water.
It is insane, such a cool place, but we had to stop off quickly on the way past. We're heading into Queenstown because we need to get more burgers, because you can actually taste the last one that we got.
No, I was really sad because I had a cold. I could barely taste the last burger, and with it being quite a famous thing here, and it looking very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. If we have to get another one, we have to get another one.
I feel like I need to experience it again with my taste finally back.
Yesterday was a very long day, wasn't it?
It was a driving day though.
It was. We covered a lot of distance. I think we've done about 200 or 250 miles, something like that. So long way, but we made a lot of progress. But we did do a few bits along the way. Firstly, and probably most importantly, was you got your Ferg burger, didn't you?
I did, and I could taste it.
And how was it?
It was so good. So good.
We were in Queenstown. We were sat there on the edge of Lake Wakitipu with a Ferg burger, which is probably the best burger we've ever had.
Yep.
With a big can of vanilla Coke in the sun. And what did you say?
I was like, I can't get any better.
Exactly. How does it top that?
Yeah, I've just never had that moment ever, like anywhere else, where like you're completely satisfied, where like you couldn't think of anything else you'd want or anywhere else you'd rather be than in that moment. I've never had that feeling ever.
Yeah.
And that's insane. We've had it so many times.
Yeah, like New Zealand has been incredible in so many ways, and every time we think that that's topped it, like it can't get better, it still seems to find a way, doesn't it? This is what's leading to what we're getting up to tomorrow, because again, this might top everything we've done so far. Just quickly going back to yesterday, we travelled a lot of distance and passed through some amazing places. The scenery was incredible, kept pulling over, kept getting a few shots here and there, and then we didn't actually get parked up till quite late in the evening. I think it's about 8:30 or something, after leaving at 11 o'clock in the morning and pretty much being in the van driving the whole time. Yeah, it was a busy old day, and we got a very similar day today. We've still got about another 4 hours to drive, haven't we, today?
Yep.
So we thought we'd stop along the way and do a few walks, partly because the road that we're driving on is actually closed.
It's not a bad place to be stuck for a few hours.
No, so we're stuck having to do a tropical swamp walk. How annoying. Today is a very exciting day because we're finally doing our helicopter ride, aren't we?
Yes.
So it's super exciting. I think it's about 30 minutes in total. We actually get to see the glaciers. So you've got Fox Glacier and, I'm just going around other people's pictures. Fox Glacier and Franz Josef, isn't it? And we even get to land on one of them, which is a bit mad. It's quite cloudy at the moment, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm not sure how much we're going to see, but I think it will still be cool.
I think it will.
It's a shame that it's not clear, but
yeah, we've only got,
for the helicopter experience, it still will be really good.
Exactly, yeah, we've only got about an hour, so I don't think it's actually going to clear in that time.
No.
And it looks like it's going to take us about an hour to get out of here. Am I going the right way?
I don't know.
So we were hoping this part was going to be some epic B-roll of us getting into a helicopter, going up into the mountains and, yeah, seeing glaciers and peaks and all sorts, but it hasn't gone that way, has it?
Not today.
It's been cancelled, which is really sucky. Basically, there's too much low cloud, which is kind of a good thing in a way that it has been cancelled.
Yeah, because we I mean, we wouldn't have seen anything, like, looking at the...
No, but I can definitely hear a helicopter taking off next to us. But there's multiple places along this road that offer different flights and things like that. But yeah, our company has well and truly cancelled everything. They did say that we could go on a later flight, didn't they? But again, there's still no guarantees.
No, and I just asked, because we don't have much time here. I know 4 weeks sounds like a lot of time, but it's really not. It's really not much time. Like,
Especially
you need
now.
a few months here.
Yeah.
And so our plan is so strict and to the exact thing every day. So we need to move on.
Yeah,
Which is a
this
shame,
point of
but-
the trip as well, we've got a lot of big driving days, haven't we? So
Yep.
we've got 3-4 hours a day, so we can't wait around in the hope that we can do something. But we are heading up north, and we're hoping that we might, if we wake up and it's a good day, we might be able to walk in somewhere and do a different helicopter trip. But for now, we just got to get moving on to the next stop.
Yeah.
And try and forget that it's been cancelled, because it's really sad.
It's sad, but we will do something else.
Super
That
exciting.
would be very cool. Don't know what yet, but we will.
We'll find something.
I'm trying to convince him to do a bungee jump.
After the disappointment of the helicopter, we drove about 2 hours and went to visit a gorge. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Do you want to try?
No.
No. Okay, so we went to a gorge and had a 4-kilometre walk, which was actually really nice. The sun was really hot. The weather was so much better than what it was this morning. But I think that's just because we were out of the way of the mountains, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, and the colour of the water was just insane.
Oh, it was probably
So
the
blue.
bluest water we've ever seen. So then after we'd done that walk, we drove, about another hour, I think it was, and got parked up where we are for the night, which is actually free for a change, which is quite
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
So we have been paying for quite a few of the park ups lately, so it's nice to have a free one.
And it is right on the beach.
It is right on the beach on the west coast. But the only downside is we don't have any food. And there's not many food places here, is there?
No, I think if you're ever going to come to New Zealand and have a campervan, you always just need backups. You need at least some food, and you always need to fill with fuel as well, every station you can. Because they might say there's a town, or you think there's a town, but that town actually doesn't really have anything.
Oh, they're so empty.
So,
like more empty than towns in Europe, aren't they?
oh yeah,
It's strange.
So yeah.
Yeah, because we were hoping,
food.
we were thinking, because it's been a long old day, we're actually going to treat ourselves and go and have a nice meal out, but there's literally nothing. So we found a fish and chip shop, which is like a 20-minute walk away, which is a bit of a shame because I'm well and truly done.
Yeah, I
know
don't
about
want to
you.
walk anymore.
No, but it is what it is. So we're going to go and get that and then crash out for an early evening, I think. Over the last 3 days, I think we've done like 15 hours of driving. It's been quite full on, but we are almost at our destination, which is Marlborough Sounds. Quite a popular place, meant to be just amazing scenery, amazing beaches. So we're about an hour and a half away from there, aren't we?
Yeah.
So gonna have a little bit of breakfast as lakes go. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
One thing we haven't mentioned yet is the sandflies. They're horrendous, aren't they?
So it's the equivalent of midges in Scotland. They're bitey little flies.
Yeah, tidy little things that they're the sort of things that you don't notice are on you until they're biting you. And we were okay for the majority, weren't we?
Yeah, it's been the last 2 days already.
Yeah, the first half of the trip we were absolutely fine, but as soon as we went down to not Marlborough Sounds, Milford Sounds, that's when they started coming out, and I am absolutely covered in bites, like big time, aren't I?
Yeah.
Just keep being told off for itching because they are horrendous.
Itching makes it worse.
I know, but they seem to be attracted to me as well.
Yeah, they don't like me as much. I have a few, but
Yeah, I'm one of those people that, what is it, sweet blood or something, isn't it? That
yeah, also the people that complains all the time.
I am. So having the two of them things together is horrendous.
For me.
For you, yeah. It's hard being me as well.
Yeah.
Well, we finally made it to Marlborough Sounds, haven't we? Or like the very edge of it. Basically, Marlborough Sounds is like loads of little bays and islands amongst it. So we are in a town called Picton, which is like the start of it, really, isn't it? And there's loads of things that you can do here. You can do boat trips, you can do kayaking, which I think we've both still got PTSD over.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll avoid that, especially when it's the actual sea rather than just a lake. We did toy with trying to rebook our helicopter trip as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we think we're going to give that a miss and save that money and put it towards an adventure later in the year that we probably wouldn't have been able to do if we didn't save that money.
Yeah.
Which is super exciting. And
Basically, we're planning our next trip
already
because we don't want to go back to the UK.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to find a little glimpse of something else to look forward to.
Yeah, and we've been racking our brains like, how can we find something that will even be close to what we've had here?
So if anyone has any guesses where we're thinking about going, let us know. We'll give you a clue. It's definitely not Europe, because we are doing Europe. We don't kind of class that as like a big trip away.
That's more like a continuation of life.
Yeah.
But
no, it will be another far away, abroad trip that we can't take our van to.
Yeah.
So let us know if you have any guesses or any recommendations as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been thinking. Like I say, you can do boat trips from here as well, but in a couple of days' time, we've actually got a whale watching boat trip planned.
Yeah.
So there was no point doing a boat trip here and then being another couple of hours down the coast to do another one. So I think we're just going to mooch about, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a nice day. I just kind of want to drink and get some...
You just want to drink.
Just want to get some food and some nice drinks. And just...
I feel like it's that sort of town.
Yeah.
It's a very beachy town, but amazing surroundings. So let's go for a little wander and see what we come up against.
Yeah.
So we actually tried to start this walk about 2 hours ago, but annoyingly we forgot water.
Yeah. So it took us 2 hours to go and get water.
It did. The reason it took us 2 hours to go and get water, do you care to tell the reason?
Well, I thought maybe they might do water in the cocktail bar. So we had to get a cocktail and then they didn't do water.
No, so
and
where
then
else?
I thought maybe they would do water in a cheese toasty shop. They didn't. So we had to have a cheese toasty.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the van and got the water.
Yeah, so it was quite a nice way to find water, I guess. But yeah, the toasties were amazing. They weren't quite as good as the toasties that we've had along the NC500 in Scotland.
Ones.
They are still the benchmark of toasties. And if you haven't had them, then you've got to. I can't even remember what it was called.
It was in Durnest.
Yeah, around by the Smooth Caves.
Yeah.
But they were amazing. These were still good. There was like New York pastrami ones, and you had kimchi and chipotle, was it?
Yeah.
So they're still good toasties. And now we're doing the walk. It's like a 4 kilometre walk, just around an island, really, isn't it? Or like a little bay. So yeah, it's nice. There's like a massive hum coming from the trees. It sounds like either a beehive or a wasp nest or something.
I don't like it.
I can't pick out where it's coming from. I don't really want to walk into it, but I think it should be more in there. So you just try and get through this bit. It's the one time that you're going to be okay with steps, isn't it? Just to get out of here.
Maybe.
I feel like, because I chose this walk, that probably means that I'm going to have to cook dinner tonight.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens when I choose a bad walk. Or, not a bad walk, just an uphill one.
Terrible walk.
Not terrible, it's quite nice.
Absolutely terrible. Terrible.
Well, we made it out of the jungle, and would you say it's worth it?
Yeah.
You don't like to admit it, do you?
We could have driven uphill though.
Yeah, there's literally a car park there, but that is a view. Amazing. And this is just a tiny little bay, and Marlborough Sounds is full of these little bays, so there's a lot to explore here, but unfortunately we haven't got that much time here. Picton is actually used as a ferry port as well, because it's so north of the South Island. It's a really good link between the two islands, so ferries come in and out taking people, but we also saw some motorhomes coming off it, didn't we, where people are crossing from the North Island over to the south, and obviously it would take you back as well. So that is what's coming across in front of us now. When we first left for the walk around the other side of the harbour, Amy saw a little jellyfish in the water, and then we've just come around this bit walking along the beach, and we've actually found a few washed up. But we were looking for some that were kind of in little rock pools, but we didn't find any. But you did just find a starfish, didn't you?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a
three legs,
star.
though.
Yeah, it was a three-legged starfish, but it was moving. It was alive. It was quite cool. Well, he's not alive and he's not in a little rock pool, but there is one of the jellyfish, and there's a slightly smaller one as well. I'm guessing they don't stay alive when they're out like that. Dorothy is in sight. Oh. 5 kilometres in the end. And it felt like a hell of a lot more than that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It was good though. It was good. It's just very hot. Should we just go and get parked up for the night? I don't think this is a bad way to end the day. We've driven another hour and a half. We're closer to where we're doing the whale watching in a couple of days' time. And yeah, we just kind of stumbled upon this park up. I mean, it's a campsite, it is a paid one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it was only about 15 quid for the night, but we've literally got black sand beaches, we can park right next to the beach, and quite a bit of wildlife has been seen from here, isn't it?
Yeah, so in that rock
Over there
are actually seals, which we can see them moving around over there, and apparently they do sometimes come up to the beach as well. And there's been dolphins seen most mornings and evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping to see some dolphins tonight. And they also saw an orca.
I think it was a few of them.
I mean, we've got a very good spot to watch the sea.
Plus, the guy did say that the sunrise is literally directly out from us, so hopefully in the morning we'll get a massive sunrise.
Yeah, sunrise with some dolphins, so that'll be nice.
That'll do, innit?
Yeah.